It's me, Patience, your favorite psychic spirit medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify. I have a message for someone, and I had it since I'd say maybe like 3 days ago, but I wasn't sure if I got everything, if I got all the pieces to the message that Spirit wanted to relay. And so I'm glad I waited because I got some extra pieces today, and now I'm on my way to the gym, and I have all the pieces that I've put together, and I just cannot even contain it. I have to tell you before I go in, or I'll be thinking about it. And this is for somebody. And so thank you so much, Spirit, for giving me the messages. It is my honor to be of service, to be able to co-create in this very unique way, and to be of service in this unique way. It's been so fun receiving messages like this. This was ultimately the goal. As you know, if you watch me, we do psychic development through the real-time guidance of my spirit team, and the Guild of the Golden Triangle is what I've named them. And so I can't even believe that I'm able to receive messages this way, because even though that was what I asked for and that is what I desired, it took a long time to be able to trust the symbols and the messages and the signs that I receive, and I'm so grateful. I could not be at this level of discernment without my spirit team, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. So this message is for somebody. And before I start, I just want to say that there's nothing to worry about, okay? There's nothing to worry about. This, I don't want to cause any fear. There's no fear to be had. There's nothing that this person can do. Whoever you are untouchable, okay? When Spirit showed me your energy, it's so big and it's so bright. It's like a giant. It's literally like a giant. Oh, I'm gonna cry. It was one of the most loving energies that I've felt from another, just a separate energy from myself. And I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. Don't look at me. It was really beautiful, and it really just gave me the impression that someone just messed with the wrong person. Your energy is so big, it kind of reminds me of I did this meditation to ask for guidance from Metatron, and he came as this jolly giant, and that's how he showed up for me, or how I perceived him. And he was so loving, and he had a giant elephant with him, and it kind of reminded me of Paul Bunyan and the Blue Ox. And it was just such a joyful, jolly giant. And when I saw your energy field, how big it was, it reminded me of how big Metatron's was. So I don't know if you're like an earth angel, or someone who's just highly advanced, who's in Christ consciousness, or someone who's just extremely kind, who has a lot of authority in the spirit realm. Whoever you are, whoever decided to target you in this way, it was really all by design. Spirit, speak through me. And you were put in this person's path to test them, and they usually do what I'm about to say to a lot of people because they're very insecure, and they're part of some kind of group or friend circle where they're kind of like a bully, I guess. And they're not self-aware, but there's something that they do that really entitles them, that really makes them feel like that they are superior over other people. And they came across you. You don't even really know them that well. I think you may have talked to them through text message or messaging, but you have never physically seen this person. That's what I'm getting. And some of the names that came up, or I'm sorry, if you have seen this person, it was just superficial, just acquaintances, they knew of you. It could have been a client, or a seasonal holiday hire, or a friend of a friend, something like that. Some of the names that came that Spirit gave me that came to me was Shannon, Sharon, Zachary, Tyler, Brittany. I feel like there's one more. I feel like there's one more, but I can't think of it. Those are the main ones that I remember for sure. And they came across you, and there was, and because of your big energy, which if people understood energy, they would understand why certain people feel one way and others feel another. When someone has such big energy like this, even though people can't explain it, it will irritate people's demons because it basically, on a subconscious level, makes them feel inferior, makes them feel like there's some kind of, it's just an illusion, a false perception, but some way that you are better than them, or you think you're better than them, or you come across to them because of this distortion they have of their own field. When they see someone with big energy, it's like an automatic threat to them. And so they're doing this on a subconscious level, but they do this to a lot of people. And there's something that, like, okay, I don't know what this person does to give them such a superiority complex, or if it's just something that they do like subconsciously with like just that's something they made up, or if it's actually attributed to something that they do that makes them feel powerful. But either way, it doesn't matter, I guess, because they do it. And you are very humble. You're very humble. You don't look like your energy. You're very you might wear clothes that, you get at Walmart, but you just make it look good. Or, your hair isn't always like, you don't go to the salon for your hair, but your hair is always perfect. Or, maybe sometimes you don't even dress up the way your energy feels. Like, you don't look like your energy. And so there's people who have lower energy that will feel threatened by that, because they're like, this bitch, why are they acting like they're all that, and they they don't even have designer clothes, or they're always wearing flip-flops, or it's like that. These whoever this person is to you is very superficial, and they may really, think that having designer brand names and, all these crazy things, earthly things, make them superior to you. They get their hair done all the time. They get their nails done. I just got a notification. 4 of your friends, it says 4 of your friends. This could be up to 4 people that I told you are like part of some kind of group or something. But they're all led by like 1 or 2 people. But the main person that's really standing out to me is somebody that looks at you and feels your big energy, but sees like a homeless person. I'm not saying you're homeless, but I'm just saying that's the vibe. Like, they're like, how can they be acting like they're so confident when they have nothing to be confident about, because they attribute confidence to the things that they have. And you're over here, not caring, with big dick energy, deep inner knowing. Shout out to my girl Oracle Bay. And so you have deep inner knowing, which makes you confident. You have the energy of knowing that everything works out for you. And so that's the way you step out into the world, and you're kind to people, and you're compassionate. And they look at you like you're just some peasant that is pretending to be this way. And so they may have, there's something they did against you. So what I had a dream a couple weeks ago or days ago, and the dream showed me a blue viper, and it was like an indigo blue viper. And it was slithering around the parking lot of a Wendy's, like the fast food chain, and while it was slithering around, it was like I was far away from it. And you know, when it's a really hot day and off in the distance, you can see those like wavy heat lines. The snake was weaving in and out of those heat lines. And at first, when I had the dream, I even wrote it down. I was like, I don't know what this means. But as the days rolled on and I was asking, excuse me, for more clarity from my guides, it really hit home today when I was at work. And I heard this podcast by Billy Carson talking about the 40 affirmations of Ma'at, and pretty much this energy that I felt was something that is the 40 affirmations of Ma'at. You should look it up. Is what this person, what you or this person, that energy I saw exudes, and it really made me think about how in this message, this person is giving their energy to things that God does not care about. God does not care about your designer Fendi handbag, your Birkin bag, your Balenciaga. God does not care about how many times you frequent Sephora and make big purchases. God doesn't care about the amount of friends you have or the entourage you have. God doesn't care about that you can get into the VIP section. God doesn't care that you got the hookup for drugs. God doesn't care that you can do black magic spells on people and manipulate energy. It's like this person believes that they should feel the way that you feel, and they're mad at you because you don't have what this person has, and yet you still walk around like your shit doesn't stink. You know? And if this person were to pass away right now, and I'm not saying they're going to, but I'm just saying if they were to pass away and go in their life review, God would show them that they chose all the things that God doesn't care about, and chose to be cruel to people who actually are affirming their life and using manifestation in a positive way, being of service and having deep inner knowing and connecting with God and having a relationship with God. They're targeting these people because they don't understand that the energy they feel from this person is not a threat. It was by design to teach them, to show them another way of being, to bring awareness to another way of treating people. And it was a test. And they failed the test miserably because they may have, like, I'm just going to say what I see, and there's somebody out there who this is for, and maybe it's going to be very specific, but I hope that it resonates. They targeted you because they felt like your shit doesn't stink, and they wanted to knock you down. They wanted to knock you on your ass. So they may have some kind of group that does something like manipulative, whether it be energy or thoughts or gossip. I'm not sure, but the energy of it is malicious, and they wanted to knock you down a peg. And they may have so there's one scenario where they could have, like, stolen your email or something with your clients list, or something with like a job you do. They could have altered people, like done something to your social media, something like that, to stop you, to prevent you from getting clients, because they think your head is too big and that you're too confident, and they didn't want you to have they figured the more jobs you had or kept getting, the bigger your head would get, and they decided that they were going to be the people to knock you down a notch by taking this away from you, or trying to. And then another scenario has to do with your family life, or it could be both or one or the other. And something with your family life, like you can't be somebody who has this energy, who has a talent, who has a family. You can't have all these things and look like a bum and not even wear, not even wear Yves Saint Laurent, like something like that. And to me that just sounds so ridiculous, but there's people out there who really think that having these things make them who they are. And this big energy with this person who has this big earth angel energy, has high ranking spiritual authority. And what that means is that they have a clear field. They tend to their field. They reap what they sow. They have good karma. They do good things. They walk in the upright. And this slithering viper snake that was blue, and blue is for the throat chakra, and a snake, of course, you know what a snake is. And the fact that it was in the heat waves, now, and that I've asked for clarification, symbolizes to me that there is somebody that you know of that was a snake in your life, that was at a distance from you, that didn't know anything about you, that chose to speak upon your name or to speak to others about you, to cause some kind of illusion or mirage about you, to make you appear like the energy that they thought you should be, not the energy that you are. Does that make sense? Because they failed their test. God put a big energy with a big dick with a deep inner knowing in front of them, and this is what they decided to do, to tear you down, to knock you off your peg, to show people that you aren't this person, you aren't confident, you aren't this, you aren't that, because they think that they should be where you're at energetically because they have name brand clothes and they drive a Maserati, and when really in reality this person's in debt, and they have credit card debt racked up to the ceiling, and they're about to go into foreclosure, and they have a drug problem and possibly a drinking problem, and they have a lot of issues that they don't deal with, but they're posting on their Instagram, how great their life is and all the things that they buy that they can't afford, all their Sephora hauls and all all that stuff. And God is not impressed. God's not impressed. God would have been impressed if you came across this energy and you decided to give this person the validation that they deserve, and to ask them, why do they feel so good? Why does your energy feel so big? What do you do? How do you do it? And then this person would have been happy to say, well, I do this, and that. Whatever this person does to maintain this high energetic frequency that I feel from them, this big giant energy, jolly energy, it's really beautiful. It is attainable, and it is what you are without your physical body. When you are not in a physical vessel, you are 100% pure positive energy. You are an extension, you are a piece of God having a human experience. And when you don't believe that, or you aren't aware of that, you act in low actions, and you get people, or you encounter people who will be ambassadors of God, extensions of God, walking in that energy. And it's very rare, but they do come along. Someone who's just walking karma, that is a test for you. And if your demons are irritated by an energy like this, take that as a sign that you are not self-aware, and that you need to become consciously aware of this irritation that is subconsciously happening, making you uncomfortable, and you are reacting to that. You are reacting to that uncomfortability by taking an action that is based in insecurities and low action. It's not love. And so now this person whatever they did to you to make you appear like like the way that they were perceiving you, because they couldn't accept that your energy, that someone that looks like you, that wears the clothes you wear, that wears Walmart brand, that wears their, that wears mismatching socks, could possibly be in this divine energy. They did something that's happening to them now. It's happening to them. And people are starting to see this person for who they are, for who they really are. The illusion is melting away, and people are starting to see that this person's very shallow. They're not deep. They don't have a deep inner knowing, and they were just hating on you, basically. They were just being a hater. Just remember, guys, God doesn't care about the car you drive. When you do your life review, oh, I'm gonna cry. I think it's bad. When you when you leave this earthly realm, you can't take it with you. You cannot take anything with you. Do you want your life review to be full of all the choices you made for earthly material goods? Or do you want your life review to be full of, ooh, I'm gonna cry, of all the kind deeds you did, of all the people you helped, of all the kind words that you shared, of all the doors that you opened, for all the listening ears that you gave people, for all the helping hands that you gave to people, for all the advice that you gave to people, for all the examples that you set for people, for all the people that you showed that kindness is real and kindness is good. Don't you want your life review to be about that? Because that is what God's looking for. Sure, you can experience, those other things, but you cannot put them before the human, your fellow human. You cannot put these things before treating people kindly, and you can't put these things before people and judge them based on what your preconceived notions of what big energy looks like. Who cares? Who cares? It could be a homeless person. That could be an angel. And you just failed a test that was put right before you to test your heart, and you failed. And you failed big time. So I love you so much. My phone's getting hot. I'm going to go work out. I'm glad I got that out. Love you. Bye.